welcome back to Sparkle's Way. And yes, Sparkle is my motherfucking real name. How you all doing? I'm doing great. Just had a birthday party for my oldest, turned 11. Crazy, time flies. But I had a little problem, little situation that happened, and it made me want to post this video. I'm gonna be very brief. I don't want to make it too long because sometimes I just rant, and you guys don't need to hear all that shit. So, today I wanted to talk about co-parenting. Yeah, co-parenting. It fucking sucks. Let's just put that out there. It fucking sucks. But you know what? I know I've heard many people say like, oh my gosh, when I have kids, I want to make sure that, I'm married or whatever. And that's like totally understandable. But you never know what can happen in life. You know what I mean? Like your partner could cheat or something can happen and you end up alone with your kids. There's always that risk of it happening. But being a parent is so beautiful and so rewarding in so many ways. Like I would not change anything about my life. I learned from my mistakes, but I don't regret anything. That's what I'm trying to say. You just learn from them. Everything happens for a reason, and everything that happens in your life just makes you stronger and makes you a better person if that's what you want. Like you could take shit that happens in your life and be a miserable fuck, but or you can take it, learn from it, and just don't keep making the same mistakes over and over again, right? Because I feel so blessed to have 3 amazing kids. Even if it didn't work out with my partner, it doesn't matter. I still have them. And I know they were made from love, and I know that they are loved. So, co-parenting can be very difficult. Not even just the fact that you got to deal with your ex and you really just want to cut them off and never see them again and just like get the fuck out of my face. It's not even just that. It's also seeing them with somebody else. You know what I mean? Even if you're over that person, you have to deal with your person being with somebody else and then that person helping them co-parent your child. So it's not even the fact that the parent is taking care of their kid, which is normal. It's the fact that they're with someone else helping them co-parent your kid, parenting your kid. And that in itself is difficult. Very difficult. I know when I was in this situation, I literally realized how much I've grown as a woman and as a person. Before I would let people get to me, and that's like in any situation, okay? I'm not just saying in that specific situation. I'm saying in a lot of situations. Like I would blow the F up. Like if someone was really getting to me and saying some shit that I did not like and I did not respect, I would just blow up. But I remember my foster mom telling me so many times, like, stop giving them your power. You're giving them your power when you're overreacting and you're just getting so upset, because at the end of the day, yeah, they got a little bit upset, but they're going back to their lives and being like, whatever, it just happened, right? But you're the one that's still like reminiscing about it and you got all hyped up. You feel like your energy has been sucked out of you. Like it's just bad vibes. It's just bad energy all around. So what I've literally learned is that you should never let anyone see that they got to you. Cry, scream, yell when you're gone. But in the moment, having control over your emotions is honestly, like hands down, the most powerful thing you can do. And as many like people know, I'm a very emotional person. Very emotional. So I used to drive off my emotion. Like you could tell when I'm upset just by looking at my face. See, that I don't care about. It's more getting a reaction out of me. Like you should look at my face right away and just be like, okay, let's like back off. She's like upset or whatever. But people, they see that and then they kind of try to pick at it to get a reaction out of you. But I took my power back. Yeah, I got heated in the moment, but then when you calm down and like other people are like, whoa, people like they give you perspective. Like other people looking into the situation, they give you perspective of like, you guys are overreacting, you guys are, going a little overboard. And as a grown person, you have to take a step back and be like, yeah, I was. Like, many people can't do that. They can't like take a step back and be like, what did I do wrong? It's so easy to blame someone else for shit that's happened in your life or shit that's going on. But you shouldn't do that because you can't control what that person is doing or saying. You can only control your energy and what you're doing and saying. So I literally had that realization dealing with this co-parenting shit. You know, that person can be angry, can be, living in the past or whatever. That's their shit. That's their choice, right? But for you to take the higher road and just, talk about it, maybe come to an agreement, with the 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 other partner. I don't want to say father because many people watching, but the other parent and obviously the girlfriend or boyfriend, come to an understanding, right? Because obviously they feel like they have a say also. But I gotta correct that real quick. No. I believe they do in their own house. Like if they've been dating for a long time, okay, I get it, right? But I'm sorry. I might get a lot of backlash for this, but no. You have no right to speak to the mother or the father of the children. It just creates too much tension and problems. You know what I mean? Obviously, you want to be cordial and not start a bunch of shit and be like all crazy, but there should be an understanding. Like, we don't need to really talk about the kids. Like, I had a child with the father or the mother. I did not have a child with you. So maybe voicing that instead of there being problems and arguments, let's avoid problems and arguments. And I just want to deal with the father or the mother of my child. Okay? When things come up, I just want to communicate with that person. Shit, you could be there, you could listen, I could be on speaker, but I really wouldn't like you to speak when I'm speaking to them. Okay? And I understand they're like, well, I'm here helping raising your kid or whatever. I totally get it, but I did not ask you to. You get what I'm saying? I did not ask you to be in our lives. You decided as a human being, both of you, to be together, but I shouldn't have to deal with it. And I find it's just easier to have both the parents just communicate on mutual grounds without having the other person jump in or say, some shit and create more conflict, because then I feel we just get hyped up, and it's not even the fact that because the other person's mean or malicious or, the person that they're dating is a total bitch. It's not even that. It's just the fact that I didn't ask you to be in our lives, and I'm trying to co-parent with the parent. And if you have something to say, by all means, say it to them, but you don't need to talk to me about it, because it just creates conflict, a lot of conflict, I've noticed. And then people come off as like, oh, my crazy baby daddy, my crazy baby mama. Well, stop calling them that. Why don't you try to come to an understanding that they don't come off as a fucking crazy baby mama or crazy baby daddy? You understand? I understand for also the girlfriend or the boyfriend, it's hard to date someone that has kids with someone else, and they'll always have that connection, but that was your choice. You understand what I mean? You might love that person, but they come with kids. That's your choice, and you should respect that relationship between them. Not saying they should go on dates and have alone time. That's not what I'm saying. But if they are meeting up and you're there, you don't need to put in your 2 cents, okay? Let them stand up for themselves. Let them speak their mind. And if you have something to say, well, when we part ways or whatever, then you could put in your 2 cents or whatever. I don't want to say 2 cents, a little rude, but you want to put in your opinion, then go ahead, vent, yell, whatever. But don't do it in front of that person. It's already hard enough seeing your person, handing your kids over and having another woman or man help raise your kids. It can be hard for certain people. I'm not saying for everybody, but it can be hard to see that. But then the other person on the other side, they come off as crazy or jealous or no, it's just really difficult. They not every you don't have kids and you're like, oh well, I'm gonna be a single parent, like I'm gonna raise these kids by myself. No, that's not what happens. You know what I mean? Like, you've had kids with somebody, you thought it was gonna last forever, you thought it was gonna work out, but you know what, life could just be like that, and it could get messy. But you know what, we have to learn how to compromise, we have to learn how to come to an agreement. And I had a really bad situation, but you know what? It all worked out in the end, and now things are even better because we communicated. I didn't just communicate with the father of my children, but I also communicated with the partner. And everything worked out pretty well. Like, I don't have any like bad energy anymore. I don't feel away. Like, I've never had a problem with the father. Never. We had our arguments, but there was never bad blood there because that's not who I am. If I have a problem with someone, I might not deal with it right away because I'm really upset and I gotta like calm down and collect my thoughts. But when I come back to it, I don't like leaving things unsaid. I don't like that, you know, anger like anymore. And I want the other person to feel like this is why I did this. This is why this happened. This is why that happened. And I want them to do the same thing for me. I did this because of this. I did that because of that. So I have an understanding of where they're coming from, and so do they understand where I'm coming from. And I did the same thing with the girlfriend. Like, we had this conversation, and I understood where she was coming from and how she felt, and vice versa. And it's a beautiful thing when you come together. But again, like, just don't step on the toes of the other parent. It's not really your place. You decided to date someone with a child, and I respect that because that is not easy. That's definitely not easy. You can't help who you fall in love with, but you have to accept their past. And just to make things easier for the children and for the parents is just to keep it mutual. Like, even if you have an opinion or you have something, you don't need to jump in. It's not your place. It's not your past. It's not your children. You might be helping them with the children, but they're not your children at the end of the day. You don't really have a say, and it just creates more conflict for the two of them, because obviously if the parent, one of the parents kind of goes, well, why are you talking, and then the other parent's like, well, why are you talking to my person like that? And like, that's just problems that don't need to occur. And I understand that, of course, the other person's around the child a lot, but it just creates too much conflict, especially when it's just starting out. Me, it's been a long time, like 7 years. So, but actually getting to that point, it feels good of having that mutual, excuse me, having that mutual stand, that you don't feel like everything you say is like blown out of proportion. But that's what I mean. If these two people are talking, of course it's going to blow out of proportion because it's not their place to be talking. I know, I might get a lot of backlash for that, but I honestly really do believe in that. Like, just step back. You made the decision to date someone with a child. Just step back and let them do their thing. And if you do have an opinion, don't come off. Try to come off as nice as possible. Don't try to make that parent feel like they're doing something wrong. And really come as a support for the children. It's all about, with anything, I've learned, seriously, I've grown so much. It's all about, it's not what you say. We learned this, okay? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's all about the tone of voice, your body language, everything can make the difference, a la max, So, with everything that I try to go in, it's how I'm presenting myself. It's how I'm saying what I'm trying to say. And if that person is really not listening and the vibration is just really off, then come back to it. Don't just keep trying to poke it, and try to fix it at that moment when it's just not working. Come back to it. You don't got to fix the problem right now. You can fix it a little bit later when everyone's calmed down, when everyone's cooled down, and then see how it feels maybe a few days from then. But don't sweep it under the rug either. You know? I feel like a lot of times people just overstep their boundaries, and that's really strong with co-parenting. And I feel like you should have a good relationship with the parent of your child, because you are stuck in each other's lives for their whole life. Forget about that 18 years old. We don't got to deal with each other. That's bullshit, because hello, your kids are always going to need you. And never try to pin your kid against, either parent, because that's not right either. It has nothing to do with your child because it didn't work out. You guys should be friends, to be honest, for your children's sake. They get to see that even though in life things don't work out the way you anticipated, but you could still make it work. You could still be respectful to that person. No matter how hard the situation is, you don't got to live with the person. You're not living with them. You just got to deal with them for your child. Don't act like that crazy baby mama, and I hate that term. The mother of your child or father of your child. Don't act like that crazy, jealous person. Let's squash that stigma. You know how many times I've heard that stupid word, oh, my crazy baby mama, she's doing this and doing that, she doesn't do. Well, you know what? If you really think that they're such a bad parent and they're doing this wrong, doing that wrong, work with them. Don't go over there judging them, yelling at them, and all that crap, because that doesn't work. That doesn't solve anything. Go over there, give them fucking pointers, give them suggestions, but in a productive way. Again, it's how you say it. It's your tone of voice. It's your body language. It's how you're coming off. Go out for coffee. Maybe not do it in the house where, their energy's there and they feel more dominant, more in control. Go in a mutual setting where you guys don't want to yell and don't want to argue. Go somewhere where if it starts getting loud, you could just leave. You know what I mean? You both could just walk away and come back to it. Go outside or something and really talk about what's going on, what you guys need to work on. Because you guys are stuck in each other's lives. Why make it difficult? Why have that negative energy? Why have those problems? Why, argue all the time? I feel like there's enough fucking problems. You want to limit the problems in your life. And being a parent in itself is hard enough. So why not be good co-parents and work together? Being a co-parent, if, let's just say, one of the parents have from Sunday to Wednesday or something like that, right? Half, right? You get those couple of days off. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah, sign me up. You get those times off to do your groceries, to do your cleanup, to do your business, to do a bunch of other things. So kind of look at the positives also. Yeah, it sucks. You have to do a lot of shit on your own, but there's a lot of pros in it. You're not dealing with that person that it wasn't working. You left and you're happier. Yeah, things can be difficult here and there, but you're looking at the smaller part of it. You should be looking at the bigger aspect of it. And I say that with anything. It's so easy, and I do it too. To look at the negative aspects of a situation. But really what I've learned is that, if I dropped all my raspberries, let's say on the floor or whatever, somewhere really, really dirty, well, on the floor, but, it drops outside or something, I open the container, yeah, I'm but then I try to reel back my energy and be like, you know what, it happens. I lost out, I can't eat raspberries, it sucks, but you know what, whatever. gonna let that ruin my day. There's a lot of things in life. There's a lot of like things that just come at you and try to break you, try to bring you down, and you just honestly have to, observe them. Don't push them away, but look at them in their fucking face and be like, nah, yeah, I'll deal with your ass, but I'm gonna do it in a positive, productive way. And that is true strength. When you can literally take a horrible situation, turn it around, grow as a human being, and be the best version of yourself, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have haters. Woo, woo, woo. Haters a la max, okay? Because you took this horrible situation where you should have been broken, you should have been crying, you should have been low as fuck, and you took it and you build yourself up. You learned from that situation. You learned as a human being and turned it into a positive thing. Just because it didn't work out with my person doesn't mean that we cannot be friends. Because not for everybody, but but some people, you become friends before you get into a relationship, right? You guys go on dates, you guys get to know each other. So you were friends before you even dated that person and had children with that person. So why can't you be friends again? Not best friends, but friends, at least for your children's sake. Be mutual and don't give them that power of triggering you or getting to you. Listen to what they say. The advice that they give you doesn't mean you fucking have to take it. Doesn't mean you have to apply it. But actually take it in and think about it and be like, are they right, or they're just being assholes? You know what I mean? Are they actually telling me the truth, or they're just trying to break me? And that's when your intuition comes in also. Always trust it. That's our number one thing, our instinct, our intuition tells us so much about somebody else's intentions. And a lot of times, in love, like, we might get scrambled or whatever, but your intuition is still there. You just have to detach yourself and really listen to it. So if you feel like the advice that they're giving you is not true and really just trying to throw you off track, then don't listen to it. But you don't need to tell them that you're not going to listen to it. You could just be like, okay, yeah, thank you. Thanks for the advice, You don't even got to say, yeah, thanks, but I'm not going to take it. Don't even do that. Don't even give them that satisfaction. Be like, yeah, okay. It's not being fake. It's just you're not giving that energy. It's not like you're like, oh my God, yes, it's like the best thing I've ever heard, ever. Like, your advice is amazing. No one's ever told me that before. Like, where did you get that? No, you're not being fake. You're just saying, okay, I'll take it into consideration. Thank you. That's it. You're just being cordial. And trust me, that goes a much longer way. And just a little hint, it fucking bothers the shit out of a lot of people. That you don't seem phased. You don't fucking care, with what they're doing, what they're saying. And it actually really bothers them. It's like when you're a kid and a bully's picking on you. You always say, don't react. It's the same shit. When someone's coming at you, in this situation, the father of your child or the mother, and they're coming at you in a way and you react, they won. They won. They got that reaction. They know you. They know what to say to you. They know who you are. So them saying all these things, they're doing it on purpose. They want you to act crazy. They want to say, oh, that's my crazy baby mama. Don't give them that power. No, you don't want to be that crazy person. You want to be that quiet, just whatever. And then act crazy after. Call your best friend. Call your mom or whoever. And be like, oh my God, they fucking pissed me off. Like, go crazy. But in that moment, don't be that person. And that's with any situation. Don't give people your power. You're so strong. You're stronger than you think. And people like me who ride off their emotions, we gotta reel it back. We gotta really not give these people that satisfaction. And if they have a problem with us, confront it. I'm not saying like when you reel back your emotions, you're not gonna confront people with their bullshit. Nah, that's not what I'm saying. Mm-mm. I'm saying that if someone's starting their shit, confront them about it. But again, like in my other video, kill them with kindness. I'm telling you, it fucking works. Like, there's so many people out here that just drives off of that negativity. Like, I'm gonna be malicious. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. No, that takes time. That takes energy, and that takes brain power. You know, that's no. Why do you need that negativity in yourself? Do you ignore the fuck out of them, and that pisses people off. That pisses people off that you don't give them that satisfaction that they got to you. You act like nothing even happened. You know? You don't even show emotions. I can't do that. I personally can't do that, but I know a lot of people who can, and that's like crazy shit. Like, they literally, you don't even know they're happy, sad, what's going on in their life. They're just totally blank face. But I'm kind of getting off track here. But it's the same concept in co-parenting and anything. It's just, don't give them that satisfaction of calling you that crazy baby mama, that calling you that crazy baby father. Be mutual with it. You know what I mean? And if they act all crazy, don't even talk shit about it, because you've been there. You know how hard it is to co-parent. And each person needs to understand that. And be open of shit that you're going through. You know what I mean? Be like, yo, shit's just happening. Like, I can't come on Thursday, or, you know, this is happening or that's happening. And if you have a good relationship with that person, of that co-parent, they will understand. But if you're all crazy and shit, like, they're not going to be there helping you. So you have to think of it like that too. If you're acting all crazy and shit when you actually need them to step up and help you, like go pick up the kids or something like that, or with money or whatever, they're not going to want to help you. But if you think about it, you're actually nice to them and treat them with respect and stuff, they're going to want to help you. They're going to be like, oh, no problem, I'm free, I can go do. That's how it should be. And I know it's not idealist, because I don't know what happened, why you guys broke up, the reason behind everything. But you should honestly try to put those things aside, because it's the past. Don't ever live in the past. You know? And it's the same with your person. Don't hate them because they cheated or they did something, you know? Of course you're never going to forget, but forgive. And like many have said, not for them, but for yourself. You know, it would be easier for yourself to go and drop off your kids, to go and be mutual. And it shows your kids so much strength. So much strength as a parent, that you can go, and even if the situation's hard for you, even if you feel angry towards that person or they did you wrong, you're strong enough to just bite your tongue and go and deal with it head on. And your kids would really appreciate that also. You're not arguing about the parent. You're not talking shit about the parent. You're not, you know, let your child judge the situation. You know, they might be young, but when they're older, then they'll know. And even if for those deadbeats, you know, mother or fathers, like, still don't talk shit about them. Because only when they get older, they will be the judgment of it. And it's for that parent to tell the kids what happened, why they weren't there, why they didn't step up, you know, and explain themselves. And it's for the child to accept it or not. Yeah, children are young, like, you know, they don't make a lot of big life decisions, of course. But kids are not stupid. They're very intelligent. And they know from a good person and a bad person, and when they're being genuine and when they're not. You know? So trust your child to make the right decisions, but it's not for you to bash the other parent. It's not, because it makes you look bad. Because at the end of the day, that's still their parent. No matter what they did or what they said, it's still their parent. That's how I feel about my mom. It was hard, you know, but I was always there for her no matter what, because she's my mom. You know, you only have on this earth one mom and one father. You have stepmother, but you only have two parents. And life can be shitty, and their upbringing could have been shitty. And I'm not saying help them through their problems, whatever. They're grown-ass people, but I'm saying that, you know, forgive them. for the mistakes they made. You don't have to be in their lives, but forgive them. And again, not for them, but for you. Because at the end of the day, I only had one mom, and I tried hard for our relationship. And when she passed away, I was sad that we lost a lot of time, but I made up for it. Even when it was hard, we were arguing. I still went and seen her. I still hanged out with her. I was still around her. I still, you know, had the kids around her. You know, my mom had her problems, but I didn't let her miss out on a lot of things because she was a good woman. And I love her to death. And I miss her so much. But like I was saying, sorry, getting all emotional here. Yeah, just try to be mutual with the parent. And I'm sorry to the step parents, the mother and the father, but it's honestly not your place. You know, you could give advice or whatever, but it's just easier and better just to say it to the actual parent and let them relate the message. I think things would just go over smoothly. Not saying that when you see the parent, don't say hi or don't say this or that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just to keep it mutual and, you know, not friction. It's just better just to not try to step in as a parent. If you get what I'm saying. I think everything would just be very calm and nice, flowy, and yeah. Well, I just had to do that because I just had a situation and I had to bring it up. And I'm very happy how everything worked out. You know, talking about it really does help and keeping your cool. And yeah, I really hope that helped you guys with any situations you guys had. And remember, when I talk about a lot of this stuff on my channel, I'm talking out of experience. You know, I might be only turning 30 this year, but trust me, I've lived it. I've lived it. So I have a lot of experience and I get advice from a very wise woman, my foster mom. So it's not just coming out of my ass, like I've said. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, guys. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. And hopefully, in my next one, I'm going to be painting. I want to try with 3 different small canvases. So I'm really excited for that. And I really hope you guys come and check that out. And yeah, hope to see you guys in my next video. I just said that, but okay. Peace.